And we are back, and there is a very important teaching from Yahshua regarding those that are going to come to him at the end. And he states very plainly regarding the fruit that comes from the plant that bears great fruit versus those that do bear bad fruit. He's simply stating very plainly what it means. So then many will say to me in that day, Mashiach, Mashiach, have we not prophesied in your name? Have we not cast out devils? And have we not done miracles in your name? And then he would say to them, depart from me, you who practice iniquity. And then, obviously, this is a portion stating in Revelation, when the second portion would be upon the people of Yahweh, of the Creator, and then they would speak with a double anointing. And then the people, when they would be confronted with their own doctrines, they would come to him in a form of his teachers. And then they would try to justify where they are at. So obviously we understand from the scriptures that the day of observance is the seventh day, not the first day. And we understand also the first day people, they make deals with demons, because it was very popular in the older days and also these days. However, back then it was very popular for pagan nations to make deals with demons. And this is what these people were saying. Have we not prophesied in your name? Have we not cast out devils in your name? And have we not done many miracles in your name? And he simply said, depart from me, you who practice iniquity. And then the iniquity part of it, he knew that at the end they would concoct their own theories, and they would observe a day that was not to be observed. This is very plain and simple. And then the chapter 7 of Metichiahu, then it states from around the 20 verse and then afterwards that they would know their fruit or their works of justice. And then by their fruit you would know them. So those people out there, they are trying to do their own. Those people, they do not understand the Torah. There are a lot of people, they simply don't understand the Torah is abolished. And their understanding is obviously twisted, because the Torah is not abolished. But they think it is abolished, when it's not. It's absolutely yet valid. They don't understand. Why is it abolished? And then in their viewpoint, they are so sure, but the Torah is abolished. They don't understand. The Torah is abolished. This is what their viewpoint is. And this is what Yahshua is saying. Depart from me, you who practice iniquity. So this is a very important an eye-opener, so to speak, because it through it, Yahshua teaches the validity of the Torah. They were so sure because they had prophesied in his name, and this was Yahshua's name. But then obviously they were not doing what he said to do. And this goes in line what he said then later in Michichiahu the 23rd, whatsoever Moses said for you to do regarding the people of the law and the scribes, he said, then do it. And then these people in that day, the day when they would be confronted, because the double portion that's coming upon his people, the teachers, they would go out and they would teach. It is not Yahshua himself coming and teaching them. It's through his people. People have this mystical understanding that the Yahshua is going to come from heaven and would rule with them in the earth for 1,000 years. This was concocted. Never existed. And watch very closely. Many will say to me in that day, the day that they are confronted with their own doctrines, because the teachers then of the camps, they're going to have a double anointing, the first and the second. And then they would say to them after they are confronted, and then, but Messiah, Messiah, have we not prophesied in your name? Have we not cast out devils? Have we not done many miracles? And each of those are demonic. It states very plainly, prophesied outside of the camp doesn't even exist. Have we not cast out devils? Cast out devils outside of the camp? Non-existent. Have we not done many miracles in your name outside of the camp without the okay from Ruach HaKodesh? It is crazy. It's insanity. And Yahshua simply saying, depart from me, you who practice iniquity. Plain and simple. And then he goes on later and he explains more, and obviously then later on he gives examples. And then for instance he states, anyone therefore that hears my words, these and does them, must hear his words and do them, is likened to a wise man or a male that builds his house upon a stone. And descended the rain, came the rivers, and blew the winds, and they beat on a house, and it did not fall. The house remained intact, for its foundation was laid upon a stone. And anyone who hears my words, these, and does not do them, it is likened to a stupid male that builds his house upon the sand. And then when they are confronted with the truth of the stone, it is such as descending the rain, came the rivers, and blew the winds, and the house was beat, and it was destroyed. So this is precisely what he's saying previously. If you then do these, then it would be like a wise person. If you do it otherwise, it would be stupid. And then those people, when they were confronted by the teachers coming out of their camps with a double anointing, then they would try to justify through Yahshua in them, because Yahshua is going to be in his teachers. And then they would say, Messiah, Messiah, have we not done this? Prophesied, have we not cast out devils? Have we not done miracles in your name? And he's going to say, depart, because you practice iniquity. It's not the day of a judgment. It's not a day that people are going to be up in heaven, and then person by person would come to his desk. It was concocted. Those are going to be taught in the earth through his people. And then Yahshua speaks through his people while in the earth. There is no such people going up to heaven, lining up in a huge line, and then each person would come before Yahshua, and then he would read their mistakes and their problems. What a waste of time. It's done in the earth. When they come to him and they try to justify their wrong ways, and then you are judged. Depart from me, you are judged. This is what Yahshua is saying. Judged by their own viewpoints and their own twisted doctrines. Yahshua did not condemn them, they condemned themselves, because they refused to obey what he said. So then the rest of it becomes a whole lot more interesting, and much more coming up. Please stay tuned, because Yahshua is very thorough in what he does, and certainly makes sense, and then the people can get enlightened and understand where Yahshua is coming from. Stay tuned.